Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to AI Automations by Nehemiah STEM Research. Today, I'm going to teach you how to effortlessly create personalized invitations using AI. And so I'll be walking you through a practical workflow that collects attendee details, uses AI to craft customized invitational messages, and then automatically generate beautifully formatted Google documents or invitations for each guest. So you're going to learn how to leverage make.com, which is this platform here, to integrate Google Forms and AI text generation. So yeah, let's get straight into it. I think first I can create the form itself where the people who will be attending this sample use case of the event will be filling in the details for. So if you go to Google Forms and then I could call it so we'll set up our fields. That's the full name, email address, Yeah, okay. So this is just a simple form where people will be required to fill in this information. Now, every time someone fills in this information, Google Forms links the submissions directly to Google Sheets. I'll just make these all required so that they can't be left empty. Right, so the responses, then we link the sheets, create, right, so we have a Google Sheet created here. We have columns. Now I can publish this. So it's on this link where I'll be putting in my sample submissions. Right, so how is our workflow going to move? So we'll set up a trigger for Sheets so that it will be able to watch this particular sheet each time someone fills in the form and submits, and the sheet is updated, then we can run the scenario. So our trigger is going to be a sheet or the Google Sheets watch rows. This one. And we have to set up a connection, sign in with Google. Choose the file. When you click this, it will load all the sheets on your Google Drive. So I'm looking for this menu tech. Sheet name from responsible one. Right here. Does it contain headers? Yes, it does. Okay. The limit, the maximum number of results to build up during execution cycle. And I'll just bump this up to like 5. Save. Select all. Save. So this trigger now is watching this sheet. So every time this sheet is populated with data, the trigger will be activated. So like I said, now our use case here, we want when people fill in this form, we want this trigger to pick the information, pass that on to an AI module, which will then generate a customized invitation letter. That completion from the AI will then be made into a Google document, which can then be sent as a PDF. Yeah, that's our entire workflow. So our next module or building block now is going to be completion. We've set up the connection as well. It asks for an API key. You can click here to find it. This is required as the key, so you can leave it blank. My key is already saved in here. If you're joining us for the first time, I can just show you by clicking this. So you need an account with OpenAI, or what you call ChatGPT. So when you create the account and you click this link here, it will take you to the direct page where you can create an API key. And yeah, it will then connect to your ChatGPT or the OpenAI, or what you call ChatGPT module. And it requires credits. So every time you create a completion, they will ask you for some money. So this is where you get that. So you go to billing. You add a few dollars. It's not a monthly charge, it's just depends on how much money you have on your account here. And then every time you call with the API key, then it will deduct some money here. Right, so this is where you add from. You click add to credit balance, then it will ask you for to choose a payment method and whatnot. Yeah, so that's it. Click here, that's where you create your key from. You can give it a name, or you can leave it blank and then create secret key. It will generate the key that you then let's copy, and then you can paste that here. The model, ChatGPT OpenAI has so many models for different use cases specifically. So it's something you can look up to know what each model is best used for. But I'll just choose to use the latest system. Let me see if I can find it. It's this one. So the maximum completion tokens. So I don't want it to use a lot, so that my credit balance doesn't reduce so much. So I'll set that to 200. Then the message is how we're going to prompt this module, so this is where you do it from. Give it a role, we'll set that to user, and then content. So this is where we're going to prompt it from. I generated a prompt earlier, so this is what I'm going to use. So this is how the prompt reads. You are an event organizer writing a personalized invitation letter for an attendee. Use the following details, and then now in this part here where it's saying name, this is actually now where we start mapping from the data that the Google Sheets trigger is going to pull. And you can see the marked headers here. So name, I'll just put full name there. Event name, I can just tell it it's, since the Google Sheets doesn't save the event name there, so I'll just say United Tech Convention. Again, now for the date, there's no date. I'll also just put in a sample data. I'll put in 27th. October 2025. Location. Interests. I actually have that here. RSVP status. I have that here. Now change this to features. And then I'll just tell the AI model what kind of tone to use. So it could be like write a warm, engaging, personalized invitation letter that includes a friendly greeting, addressing the attendee by name, a brief introduction to the event, highlighting aspects related to the interests, the event date and location, a call to action to confirm the attendance, a polite closing statement. Make the tone welcoming and professional. I can tweak this a little bit more and say that it's for a convention. And then let them know, because people like food. Right, and I can save this. Now, whatever this generates needs to be passed somewhere. So, like I said, we're writing letters. We're going to use Google Docs. So, my next block will be Google Docs, and then create a document. Now, I've just seen there's a new, before I do this, interestingly, I'm seeing there's a template. So there's a choice for you to create it with a template in case you maybe want to make the appearance more appealing. So let me see what this does. Connection. Alright, let's keep going. Let me see if the document. Oh, okay. So from the template, that means it's looking from what's already on your drive. Okay. Yeah, that's the wrong module then. So it's just creating a blank one. Okay, the connection is ready set. And the name. I'm thinking about a name now. The content, then we'll just pass in what the OpenAI generates. So you expand choices, then message, and then content. So where it's going to save it, obviously your Google Drive. You can choose a folder. In case there's one. I'll use last week's same folder because I didn't create any. But yeah, this is now where pre-planning comes in. You can pre-plan and create a folder in your Google Drive. You know exactly where they're going. Right, so let's first save this. Fill in some sample data and then run. So we can click run. Yeah. So this one just says that it's working. Right, okay, so it's just probably waiting for this. I thought it could run continuously while I fill the form, but I guess I have to first fill the form, then click run once. So I have some few example names that I can use. So if you check our sheets, you could see that each time I submitted, it was saving them here. So I put a category. I'm trying to see what the AI module will say if someone says they're not attending. I want to see how they'll create that letter of invitation. So if I click run once, so we have the first letter here. So see, it got the name right. Yep, so they included the interest. Okay, yeah, so it considered that the person is a vegetarian. So this is cool. Let me see what it said about the person not attending. That was the last one. So this one just wants a confirmation, even though they said they wouldn't be attending. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, so you know what, 30 minutes we have this, and then now how do we get these letters to the people? So that's now where we can add in a Telegram bot to send them these letters. Or if I wasn't using a free account, I'd be able to show you how to send them directly to the person's email while collecting them from the submissions, because they include their emails in the form. I'm supposed to first download this. So if you want to get that letter, you add another Google Docs module, download. Okay. I'm just going to map. So let's quickly set up a Telegram. setting up a channel. So this Telegram channel is where we're going to add our bot. So we'll assume this is where the people who are RSVPing to this event found the link to the form, how they heard about the event and all that sort of thing. Right. So the bot is added. Hope I didn't move too fast. We have to choose this action, send a document image, because we're sending an attachment. So let's add the connection to our bot that we just created. We use the token. This is the access token. To make it personalized, because that's the goal we want to reach, personalized invitations, and I'll map the data. Right, so this was stopped here because it's not reprocessing the old data. So let's add in a few names. we just want to test and see if it will be able to send. So this isn't complete. I need to find out why. Let me check this one. Let's see our bundles now. So I'm not sure why it didn't complete this sentence. We need to improve the prompt. Yeah, just playing around with the prompt now. Let's save this. Okay, so yeah, so basically the more detailed your prompt is, you can keep playing around with that. Yeah, the more detailed it is, the better the result. Right, yeah, thank you for joining us. That was the class for today. Please subscribe to the channel, like this video so we can get it to as many people who may need this kind of knowledge in the world. So yeah, thank you. Have a blessed evening.